Heartbreak. How Prince Philip's snub was like a dagger to Charles' heart. Prince Charles and Prince Philip had a strained relationship at times over the years, and the imposing Duke of Edinburgh upset the teenage Prince of Wales with a cruel snub at school. According to a royal biographer, Prince Charles, the firstborn son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, struggled growing up with the pressures of being heir to the throne. Famously sent to the Spartan boarding school Gordonstone by his father, Charles was a more sensitive and artist soul who found refuge in books and music. However, the Blood Duke of Edinburgh's rather rude behavior at one of the young prince's school plays left Charles broken-hearted, according to a royal author. In her 2017 profile of Vanity Fair, Sally Biddle-Smith takes a look at Charles' younger years and how he grew up as the lonely heir. Miss Biddle-Smith writes how, although Charles' grandmother was delighted with his schoolboy Shakespearean performances, his brusque father laughed at the young prince's efforts. She writes, in November 1965, he played the lead in Macbeth. His interpretation, said former teacher Anderson, evoked a sensitive soul who is behaving in a way that is really uncharacteristic of him because of other forces. Charles was excited about the prospect of his parents coming to see a performance. But as he lay there and thrashed about on stage, he wrote in a letter, all I could hear was my father and ha ha ha. Afterward, he asked Prince Philip, why did you laugh? It sounds like the goons, said his father, a dagger to the heart of a young man so eager to please. Miss Biddle-Smith goes on to describe how Charles continued to try to please his father, who he idolized. She writes, he similarly disappointed Philip in team sports, although he did develop considerable skill in the more solitary pursuit of fishing, along with traditional upper-class shooting. At 13, Charles shot his first stag, steeling himself to the side of the beast being eviscerated by servants on the hillside at Balmoral. In 1961, he took up polo, eager to follow his father. I was all for it, said Charles. At least you stay on the ground, as opposed to jumping over fences in fox hunting. By 1964, Charles was applying himself to the sport more seriously. That year, he also started playing practice matches with Philip at the Household Brigade Polo Club on Smith Lawn at Windsor Great Park. Still a censorious figure, Philip nevertheless was idolized by Charles. The young prince began to mimic his mannerisms, walking with one arm behind his back, gesturing with his right forefinger, clasping his hands for emphasis, and pushing up the sleeve of his left arm. However, impressing their father came more naturally to Charles' sister, Princess Anne.